Can computers move to space? Some people think so. What's going on? Imagine your school keeps getting bigger and bigger, but there's no room to build new classrooms. That's a problem some very powerful computers are facing right now. And a few smart people think the solution might be our dark spies. Right now, companies like Google and OpenAI use giant buildings called data centers, basically warehouses packed with thousands of computers to run AI. But building new ones on Earth is getting really hard. It takes a long time to get permission. People in many cities don't want them nearby, and they use enormous amounts of electricity. So some engineers are asking, what if we put those computers in space, where the sun shines almost all of the time, and there's plenty of free solar energy? Who's thinking about this? Two of the most famous tech bosses in the world don't agree on whether this is a good idea. Elon Musk, who owns SpaceX, a rocket company, thinks it could happen in just 2 or 3 years. He's so serious about it that he's already applied for permission to launch up to 1 million satellites carrying AI computers. Salt Altman, the boss of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, thinks it's a bit silly and says, we're not there yet. Google is somewhere in the middle. They're planning to test the idea next year. Would it actually be cheaper? This is the big question. A company called StarCloud launched a refrigerator-sized satellite in November 2024. Inside, an ordinary AI computer chip, the same kind used in data centers on Earth. They used it to teach a mini AI about Shakespeare's writing, all from space. Here's what the math looks like. Building a huge data center on Earth costs about $15.9 billion over 5 years. Right now, building one in space would cost about $51 billion. Way too expensive. But if rocket launches get much cheaper, thanks to SpaceX's new giant rocket called Starship, the space version could actually cost less than Earth version. The key is making rockets reusable, like how an airplane can fly hundreds of trips instead of being thrown away after one. If Starship works the way Elon Musk hopes, sending things to space could get 10 times cheaper. What are the tricky parts? Space isn't easy. Here are some challenges engineers still need to solve. Heat. Computer chips get very hot when they work hard. In space, there's no air to cool them down, so satellites need special folding radiators, like giant metal fins, to release heat. Radiation. Space has invisible energy rays that can damage electronics. Luckily, StarCloud found out that their AI chip actually worked better in space than they expected. Cost. Rockets are still expensive. The whole plan depends on Starship becoming cheap and reliable. What happens next? SpaceX's Starship rocket is expected to have its next test flight very soon. If it goes well, the dream of space data centers could move one step closer to reality. For now, it's not crazy, but it's not easy either. It's a bit like asking, can we build a new city on the moon? Not today, but maybe sometime soon.